My name is Daniel J Mahoney, former Jackson County Commissioner, former President of the Jackson County Branch NAACP, and current Mayor of the City of Jackson, and proud member of the Juneteenth Planning Committee. Starting and run a business takes discipline, willpower, and determination. It is an absolute pleasure for me to introduce to you a power couple who has displayed it all, Ann and Ray Robinson from Wingity Ann's.
We're husband and wife. We're go-getters, basically, what we've been told. But we go get for our family, for our boys, our grandchildren, and our community, the children around our community, to let them know that there is a purpose, there is a mission, there is a goal, and we all can achieve it. We've just been those type of people, I guess, since we met.
So 20 years in the fold in Jackson, and can you tell us, how did y'all get into this business that y'all have? Can y'all just give us the story of how y'all started?
Well, it kind of just started with
Sports.
Yeah, just trying to find a way to make some money to run this AAU team that we were trying to get started off of the ground. So it started with that, trying to sell dinners for fundraising purposes. And the demand became overwhelming, let's just say. Because if it wasn't a week we were going to a tournament, then we weren't doing any dinners, but everybody was calling like, you have to cook regardless, whether you're having a tournament or not. So we started doing it on a regular basis. And
so was that a team that one of the kids was on, or what?
All the boys.
Both of the boys and a lot of their friends.
Yeah. The boys.
A lot of them couldn't, like, they had the bigger Nike affiliated teams, and those teams, most of the kids and our kids, of course, we couldn't afford to send them to those teams, so we'd do it ourselves.
And they're not local, so it requires a lot.
So that was the big purpose behind it.
That was
to be able to
take them, help fund it, for sure.
Yeah, and then once you got a good product going, it's hard to make them stop.
It's hard to make them stop.
Ain't going
Everybody
no more.
said they were addicted. So
Guilty.
Yes, sir.
How long has it been now since you guys been in business?
So it has been 11 years. We started initially in 2011, and it's been nonstop.
Man,
although
amazing.
we've had breaks during COVID, because COVID did affect a lot of resources as far as our inventory and things of that nature, and customers as well. Nobody was coming out and things, so we did have to pump the brakes for a minute during COVID, but we recovered well, I would have to say.
When did you guys first decide and know that you wanted to go into business, when you made that transition? Tell us about that.
I'm gonna say it as a joke, because it kind of was a joke. Everywhere we went, we were smelling like chicken. So we said we had to find a way to get it out of the house. So we had to make it a business, and we bought a trailer, because we knew then we could get it out of the house, we could stop smelling like it, and we'll be good to go. So we kind of was forced in a sense, but it was funny at the same time, because no matter where we went, somebody wanted to bite us.
No, really.
Y'all smell like chicken. So we kind of got tired of that and said we got to get it out of the house and make it really something.
Where did y'all start? Because I know y'all wasn't in, I know the story, but tell us, tell us how you started.
Right at home in the kitchen. Right at home in the kitchen with 2 tabletop fryers that we bought locally here right at Walmart, and it took off. We had a friend of ours that found a larger fryer at a garage sale, and she brought it over to us like, I bet you guys could use this, and it was like double the size, and it definitely stood the test of time, because it was our #1 money maker for sure.
Man.
We went from there to the driveway.
So from in the kitchen to the driveway,
Yeah.
and I remember both days, so I think it's just amazing to see the growth.
Well, the process comes with a lot of research and reading. You really need to know, like, basically what the first step is. I'm not very business savvy, at all, but I'm a great reader. I love to read and I like to learn. So it started with, seeing exactly how we wanted to do it, how big we wanted it to be. And let me tell you, like, what we anticipated, this has so superseded more than what we could have ever expected. Like, what we planned for, this is on a whole nother level even of what we planned for. So once we realized that we had to, for one, find a place to get in outside of the kitchen, it was just like, sometimes things just fall in place. Like, I think, like, when you're on the right path of doing what you're supposed to be doing, things just start to fall in place. So a trailer became available at a very affordable price. And then Ray knows how to do everything. Like, he can fix and build and do whatever. So we got it, we upgraded it and opened it up in the driveway, and it just dominated the neighborhood. And so then we was just like, okay, so now what do? We got to, like, this is an actual business. It is a business. Everybody was expecting it to be a business. So the process then began to be, okay, so now what do we have to do? We're gonna need some money. What are our options? Where we stand and where can we seek this funding out and things like that. And we've been banking with our bank and been good, and they worked with us. Like, they literally held our hand and was like, this is what we're gonna do for you. We want to do this for you. So we had saved up some money, and so we saved up half for a new trailer because, of course, we outgrew the small trailer.
Yeah, so let's rehash the steps. So y'all went from the house,
to the
trailer to the big trailer.
Within 9 months.
Yeah.
Because we outgrew the small trailer. By probably about 3 months into it, but we just kept pushing forward and just was like, the line in the community, like in our driveway, would be straight down, all the way down the block, so we, like I said, we were lucky to find the one trailer at a good price, but to upgrade and go to something big, we had to start, getting some ducks in line and things like that. And like I said, we had been saving, and we saved, and the bank helped on the other half. And then after that, 9 months later, we outgrew the big trailer. When we thought 20 feet was gonna be enough, no, it really wasn't.
Not even close.
That whole thought of thinking that was gonna be suffice, definitely came to realization real quick that we were gonna actually need a building. We were in demand for delivery, we were in demand for dine-in, so then, like I said, to continue, the growth was just, it was like we were just being pushed from behind, like, nope, next, on to the next, on to the next.
So now you talked about it a little bit, but tell us some more about, like, was it difficult for you to get financed and find the proper financing to make all these steps happen along the way? And what advice would you have for individuals who are walking down that path of trying to get their business financed?
I say it was difficult because of the things that myself didn't know as far as banking and credit, and things that we're teaching our children now, and the people that we hire, and that we were teaching our ball players as well, that the importance of keeping your credit in line, because you never know when the opportunity comes about. And if I had to give advice, would just be like, sit down with your bank and let them map you out where you're sitting at, because even you think it's business, it still goes off your personal credit. So you got to get your personal credit in line to start your business credit.
That's right.
So you want to, I mean, you don't have to have a perfect one, but it's good to just work on it and take care of your bills.
What about anybody else in the community? Like, what other places were you guys able to reach out to, or did anybody or any specific areas in the community reach out to you to make sure that you guys had the proper support you needed?
We did have one but they remained, well, I'm saying one majorly. We had a few, but we had one for sure that wanted to remain anonymous, so we're going to leave them anonymous. Absolutely. And if they see it, they'll know who they're talking about. But they were a great help, but they were brought to the table by RJs. We got with them, we talked to them, you know, about some things. They came and looked at this place with us and, you know, kind of gave us some motivation.
Definitely some motivation for sure.
Some motivation to go ahead and pull the plug, because we really weren't going to come in here. I mean, you hear a lot of things about the mall. It's a ghost place, but we have loyal customers, so we know they're going to follow us. I mean, we do open houses, we do catering parties. Our customers come to those things as well. So we knew that wasn't going to be the issue. We were just thinking about what all we had to do in a space. You know, when you go from a trailer to a space, it's two totally different monsters.
What do you think can be done to help other black businesses thrive?
The thing that I would say is to reach out to someone who is doing what you're doing, for one, you know, and just to see, like, you know, all the beginning, middle, and end steps it took to get to where they're going. The only thing I could say is just reaching out to people who you see. You can't, you know, they say closed mouths don't get fed. You can't realize anything until you seek the knowledge, you know, so you have to get out there and, you know, put some fire up under your butt and get out here and try to network.
No, you got to stay persistent, because if you're not persistent, then they don't want to give you information that they think you're just going to run off and let it go sit in the closet somewhere. So you got to, I think with us, we kind of stayed persistent on a few people that we were asking help for. I mean, just because they didn't answer a text or answer a call, they may be busy, because now we realize it. You know, Sarah, she reaches out to us, and sometimes we're busy, but we get back with her. So what I would tell future black business, just if one person doesn't answer your question, continue to ask or find someone else. You know, don't just stop at that one person, and don't just take it as if we're not willing to help each other, because we need to do a lot more of that. We need to help each other. You're gonna have to have another quote unquote black business help another black business get on, you know, what they need, because it's better, what do you call it, perceived, you know, because you know that person's background. You know they didn't have that silver spoon, or they didn't have that extra help grandma or grandpa had, and, you know, background. You really, really had to get it, you know, and without that information, you won't be able to get it. If I said it right.
Oh, you definitely hit the nail on the head.
For sure, appreciate it. Because trust me, we miss our babies out of the neighborhood.
We do.
We miss them come knocking on that door asking for that dollar fry. And we know that they're not capable, but we say we're going to do something for them. We'll pick them up one day and bring them all in here.
We got some things planned for the community.
For sure, because our kids are our #1 fans. They the one forced the parents to come out.
And
we want some Wingity ends. We want some Ray Robs. You know, so it's where our heart started from. It's still there. It's the children. It's all about the kids, man. And if you give them something to look forward to, and look up to and be hopeful for, then you can change. You never know who you can change. You know, because all of them, they got to be what, 7, 8 years old,
no, they're little,
asking
like
for jobs.
6. No, already they're asking.
And if
like
we could hire them,
work,
we would definitely have them working, for sure. Because at that point, we got them. You know, you don't have to worry about them when they're growing up, 16, 17, crawling in your window. You know, they see a business because they know we got it straight out of the mud. I mean, you know where we come from.
You know I do, man. And I think that's such an inspiration, that's where that humble beginning started from, and the intention behind it, and knowing the story of, like, this was all started to support, you know, a basketball team that you guys had, and just seeing where you guys have been able to grow to, because, you know, I'm a frequent flyer.
For sure.
From all 3 locations. So, you know, I know how that road has been, and how consistent you guys stayed along the whole path. I think it's just amazing to see.